Hi everyone, my name is Dylan, and today I'm very excited to introduce to you a brand new feature from GoDaddy Studio. It's called a social site, and it's free to all existing customers. Now with a social site, you can connect your audience on social channels to the various online touchpoints that your brand has. So today I'm going to show you how to design a beautiful looking mobile first homepage for your brand, and then how to create a unique link in bio that you can share on all your social profiles. And I'm going to do it in real time to show you how quick and easy the process is. Now, the very first step, of course, is to download the GoDaddy Studio app if you don't have it already. All the links you need are in the description below. And don't forget, there's a free trial version of the app if you want to play around before committing to a subscription. So when you open up GoDaddy Studio, you'll notice now that there is a social site button in the bottom menu tray. So you're obviously going to tap on that. And now you have the option to create a free site, which is exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so the first step in the process is to select a template, something that reflects your brand's distinctive style or identity. And right away, you'll notice that great design is what truly sets social sites apart from similar products. And there is no distinction between pro and free when it comes to social sites. So that means everyone has the same access to all of these fantastic templates. And of course, the range of templates is only going to grow over time. But for now, we have a really cool and diverse selection. I'm just going to pick one that appeals to me, and that's this one here at the bottom called Laurier and Hart. And now I'm going to take you through the process of customizing the social site so that it becomes something truly unique for you and your brand. Okay, so it's really just a process of tapping and replacing, and we're going to start at the top with this image placeholder, the small one at the top here. That would be fantastic for a profile picture perhaps, but I'm going to use it for a logo. I have a selection of logos that I've already designed in GoDaddy Studio and saved to my logos folder. So I'm simply going to pick one of these and just pop it in there, and then I can move on to the main heading for my site. Now this could be your brand's name, but I've already used that in the logo. So I'm just going to type in something here, premium quality ceramics, for this hypothetical brand that I'm going to be creating today. Okay, so now we move on to the hero image for our social site. Again, we simply tap and replace. And this might very well be an image that you already have saved to your device. But in this case, I'm just going to search for ceramics in Unsplash and use one of these fantastic options. That looks good. And it'll just add that directly into that placeholder. I can just reposition it and resize it if I so desire. That looks good to me. And then in this description below the image, you can just add a little description, perhaps something that makes your brand unique. So I'm going to write lovingly handmade creations for your modern lifestyle. Perfect. Okay, just a quick note on fonts, by the way, because we all know that fonts are a lot of fun to play with, and perhaps you have a unique typeface that you use for your brand's identity. But for now, in this first version of social sites, each template comes with its own existing designated fonts, so you won't be able to change those for now. But that is definitely a feature that we are going to add in due course. So look out for that in the very near future. But for now, don't forget that you can customize the color of your fonts. You'll notice if you tap on them, you have the option to style text at the bottom here. And now what you can do is potentially, if you so desire, you can add a background color behind that text. So you tap background here, turn color on, and then you could select any of these existing colors that comes with the templates. I'm going to turn that off for now, and I'm simply going to change the color of the text. Again, this could be any of the colors that comes with this particular color palette. You could add any color that you can imagine really by using the color wheel here to create your own color. You could also add a particular hex code if you have that for your brand's identity. But in this case, what I'd like to do is pick a color from my hero image. So if you scroll all the way to the left-hand side of your color palette, you'll see that little drop icon. And what that means is I can go into this image that I've selected and pick out one of the colors here, one of the dark shadowy colors which is a really cool tip if you want to create visual consistency in your design. And I'm just going to also do that with our heading too, just to show you that that's possible. Again, I'm going to go to the color picker and pick maybe this dark gray color from my image. Brilliant. All right, now perhaps the most important aspect of your social site are the links that you add to it, because of course this is how you're going to redirect your customers from your social channel to the various other touch points that your brand has online. So again, tap and replace is the name of the game. I'm just going to go down to these two existing placeholders and tap on them. Now, before I get started here, just a quick note, you might want to think about a balance of evergreen and temporary links. So what that means, evergreen means it's there all the time. Something like a link to your website, a link to your shop, that's probably never going to change or not change for a long time. So keep that there all the time. But at the same time, a social site is a fantastic place to showcase all the current happenings or existing promotions within your brand's universe. So that might be a sale, a limited time offer, a competition, a recent blog post, a recent video, a collaboration you've done with somebody else. So something of the now. As you'll see now, it's very easy to edit and replace these as you go. So don't feel like you have to lock in to anything permanent. It should be a very fluid process. Okay, so let's start with a promotion that we're running. So let's say we now have 25% off all vases until May. So that would be a limited time offer, and I'm putting it right at the top as my first link because right now that's the biggest thing that's happening in my brand's world, and that's really what I want to push the most traffic towards. Okay, so the URL, for now, I'm just going to leave that, well, I'm not going to leave it blank. I'm just going to put XXX there. Of course, this is where you would copy and paste the direct URL to that page. So don't just put the URL to your website. If you're saying it's for the vases special, try and link it to that specific page where your customers will tap and be directed straight towards the special that's on at the moment. Okay, so that one's done. Let's change the second one, and I think I'm going to make this a link to my latest blog piece. So on the blog, let's say color trends for 2022. And again, I'll just add the URL to that specific blog page. Fantastic. So now I've got those two, but of course I can add more. You'll see that there is this, once I tap there, there's this plus icon right at the bottom. And I think for a lot of brands, 2 isn't going to be enough. So you can add 3, 4, 5, up to 12, I think is the current limit. So let's just make this more of an evergreen link. And I'm going to say visit my online shop. I'm a terrible typer, by the way. You've probably come to realize that in these tutorials over time. Okay, again, we'll just put the URL there. Okay, now you could of course add all your social channels as links too. So we could add a link there for Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, etc. But you'll notice that underneath those main links, there are these small circles, and those are designated for social media links. So I would suggest using these specifically for your social media links. You'll notice if I tap on them, I can make this a Facebook link by just adding the Facebook URL. And then I can add my Instagram handle and perhaps my Twitter username. And then of course there are, as I showed you earlier, options to add more links. So if you tap that plus item, I could add additional links to my YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, what have I got here, LinkedIn, Pinterest, etc. So let's just perhaps add a YouTube channel here, add URL, and we are done. Now just one final aspect to point out in terms of design. I think it's looking pretty neat already, but you would have noticed this large plus icon at the bottom of the screen, and what that does is creates either a color background or an image for the entire background of your social site page. So I'm going to tap on that. You'll see again I have the option of adding a color here. Same as always, I can select one of these existing colors, make my own color, or perhaps pick a color from any of the hero images I've used. But in this case, I'm not going to do that, and instead I'm going to put an image there too. Now just watch out, because this can start to get a little bit busy, but we've got options here. You could, of course, design a unique image with GoDaddy Studio using some of our graphics, perhaps elements from your brand identity, save that out and use that as your background. But for this particular brand, I just had the idea of using a simple textured image of clay. And I think that actually looks pretty cool just as a subtle textured background. It also just looks really professional, doesn't it? The last thing I just want to do is maybe change the color of this heading. I think it's maybe blending in a little bit too much with that background image. So again, that's just something super easy to do. I think I'll go for perhaps say maybe this dark blue color looks good. And then perhaps also just change the color of these links that I've got here. I think black is looking a little bit harsh. Let's try something a little bit softer, perhaps this brown color. Brilliant. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Subject to one or two minor tweaks, I think this is looking pretty good, and it only took me a few minutes. The final thing to do now is publish my social site, and to do that, I'm going to tap the button at the top right-hand corner, that publish icon. Here I get to choose a unique link, which is really cool. Again, it's completely free. I don't have to pay for this unique URL. So let's just say it's my cool brand for now. And you'll see that unique link is mycoolbrand.go.studio. I press continue. It only takes a few seconds to now publish my site. And voila, it is done. My site is now live. If I want to have a quick preview of that, I can just tap view over here and I can see exactly what the site looks like. If someone were to tap on it, you can see right at the top here, I have my URL, mycoolbrand.go.studio, and you'll see it looks really awesome, exactly as I had intended it. What you'd want to do now is maybe just test that those links are working and that they're going to take you to where you expect to go. I won't do that now, of course, because I've just used dummy links. And then we can head back. And the final thing to do now is just copy that URL. And now it's copied and ready to paste into any of your social profiles, your email signature, or perhaps just to send along in a text. It really is that easy to design and publish your own social site. It's going to take you 10 minutes, so try it out for yourself right now by downloading the free app. All the links you need are in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.